What is going on, everyone? Hope you are keeping well. Actually, I've just forgotten. I need to take my coffee cup downstairs. Yeah, just next episode. So we have now been back from holiday for 1 week. We got back last Monday. So I think what I said in last week's episode, the update was that I had added a pretty decent chunk of weight the immediate day after. So we got back on the Monday evening. I jumped back on the scales on Tuesday morning and was about 5 pounds up from where I was pre-holiday. And then jumped on the scales on Wednesday and was 4 pounds down from the day before. So actually about a pound up from where we were. And that largely stayed the same. So actually, like I jumped on the scales this morning. It's Monday again. To see my overall average is about a pound and a half up from where I was pre-holiday, which is pretty decent. You know, it's certainly pretty much where you'd expect to be, somewhere around that half pound a week as a pretty rough rate of gain is a decent spot to be. And you know, considering that was part of an all-inclusive holiday where I certainly didn't shy away from the dessert menus. Yeah, quite happy with where we're at, and the past week's been really good. Just generally settling back into rhythm and routine. Always the way when you get back. Little bit of those post-holiday blues, especially when the first. I think we got into Paris at about 5 o'clock. I think on Monday evening, and it pretty much didn't stop raining until Friday. It was just absolutely horrendous, just solid rain for like 3 straight days. Friday, Saturday, and most of Sunday were then really nice. So it felt like summer had returned again, like back out in shorts and vests and very much making the most of, high 20-degree temperatures. Wandered into town on Saturday and Sunday. There's like what they call Forum d'Association here, which is like, or Forum des. My French is terrible. It's forum of associations, basically. So in the town, there's all the clubs, the associations, the charity type things, and they all get together on for like a 1 weekend a year. And you can go and have a look, and you can speak to them and see what you want to get involved in. It's actually how we found our childminder. So we really like going, and just been a really nice sort of way to go and catch up with a few people, see what's going on. Just get to know what's going on in the town. And there's loads, like you don't realize I'm, sort of walking down, they all sort of tend to line one particular street in their own little huts and stuff. And there's just everything, there's theatre clubs, there's all the sports clubs, there's like different clubs for different nationalities. You can go and like study Russian, Portuguese, just absolutely everything you can think of, the martial arts stuff, the musical things. Really cool. Lots more going on than you perhaps realize. So really nice weekend had. Obviously tomorrow I'll check in. So I'll send everything over to Christian with my pictures, and I'll update the pictures and stuff with that in the next section of this vlog. I'm probably going to pop up my leg session, so you can see where I'm currently at with what I'm doing for my leg sessions at the moment. Had a really good leg session yesterday. First proper leg session in a couple of weeks, and just felt really good to shift a bit of weight again. Like legs is one of those that I think if you don't get a bit nervous for your leg days, you're probably not training quite hard enough. Like there's definitely that nervousness that comes, like the sheer amount of weight that you tend to have to move. Like if you're getting big and you're getting strong and you're doing what you need to do for legs, you probably are going to be moving a pretty decent amount of weight around. And so naturally that like nervousness creeps in. But yeah, I definitely had a bit of those nerves yesterday. But it was good. It was a really good session. So I'll pop that one up next. I'll then be back again for part 2 once I've checked in tomorrow, once I've had that reply from Christian, just to see what's going on. Again, like I like to sort of preempt, because, being a coach myself, I like to sort of think, if it was me like receiving that check-in, what would I be, thinking and doing? I'd probably be thinking things will stay the same, but Christian does often surprise me. So given that we have seen a little bit of a jump in the weight from pre-holiday to post-holiday, and things are just generally settling back into rhythm and routine again, training's been good. Most things have been going really well. I suspect it will be pretty much same again this week. And let's obviously see where we're at after that. Because the goal is to push. The goal is to, from this period from now really up to Christmas, the new year, growth is the goal. I want to keep adding muscle. I want to keep, building as much as possible. And I know food needs to go up to do that. And so sometimes, why hang around? Why not let's make that push when we need to. Obviously not doing it just for the sake of doing it, because I don't want to just chuck on a load of body fat. I just don't want it to be body weight. I want it to be the right kind of weight. But yeah, we'll see. As I say, I'll update part 2 when Christian gets back to me tomorrow. But it's been a good week. It's been a good week settling back in. And yeah, it's probably much needed after an absolutely manic month. But enjoy the leg session and I'll be back again soon. What is good, people? Just on the way back from the gym session. Checked in with Christian this morning, so I will pop the pictures up shortly. Actually really happy with these pictures, considering a week on holiday, week where food was a little bit less than ideal. Come back from that, as I say, pound and a half up over the last 2 weeks, which is really solid. Yeah, good, good £0.5 pound rate of gain a week, which is pretty much where you'd expect to see things. Like on average, £0.5 pound a week is a really steady rate of gain to aim for. Like it's not so much that you're going to be adding huge chunks of body fat. It's a really nice rate. Things going up nice and steadily. Good amount of tissue being added, and I feel good. I look good. I like this look at the moment. Like I'm not the most defined I've ever been. Obviously I'm not tail end of fat loss. I'm probably a good sort of 8 to 10 pounds up from where I was at the end of that fat loss phase, but I feel full. I'm getting some awesome pumps at the gym. I feel strong. I just feel like I'm sort of big in the right places. And for a guy, you want to be seeing the chest nice and full, the shoulders, the arms, and all of those things feel like they're moving very much in the right direction. Not to say the legs aren't. I feel like my legs are a decent strong point anyway. Years and years of playing football obviously built up a fairly decent sort of foundation down in the leg region. But yeah, overall I think the physique's looking pretty good at the moment. So as I expected from Christian, very much keep this going. Same as we've had last week. Just keep the food where it's at, keep training hard, keep the progress going. Training wise, everything's maintained as well since we got back from holiday, which again is a fantastic thing. Like sometimes it's easy to like lose a bit of strength, whether that's actual strength loss or whether that's almost just a little bit of like a mindset mentality thing, that I've been away on holiday, haven't necessarily trained as hard, haven't necessarily eaten as well, therefore I am going to be weaker. And so if you're going to go into the gym with that mindset, you're probably not going to lift as much weight, whereas I was very keen to just get back in, push really hard, and I've felt it. I've felt pretty sore after every session for a good day or two, but I like that feeling. Although it's not really indicative of anything as such, that soreness, it's nice to feel. It makes you feel like you've had a really good session if you've got that sensation. So yeah, all in all, a really good week. Very much looking forward to another one coming. We've now got a reasonably clear 5-6 weeks until we're away in French Centre Parks for a few nights. Just a little bit of a short mini break. I don't think that's going to change a huge amount for me. Like, as much as anything, I'm almost seeing that as a little bit of a similar week away from home. I'm sure there'll be a few things here and there that will happen, but generally speaking, I'm still going to be working. I'm still hopefully going to be training. Fingers crossed there is a gym. I would expect there is, because Centre Parks generally is a little bit more of an active place. But we're also hoping to like hire bikes and just generally be nice and active. So yeah, 5-6 weeks till we get there. A little bit of a push up to that point. I think, you know, if we can see 2, 3, 4 pounds go on the scales, that would be again like a nice place to be. So keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing, sharing, doing all the good stuff that's keeping me enjoying doing these. Sorry, just watching someone drive and not use an indicator at all, and they've also got a brake light out at the back, which is nice to see. Can't be a bit shit driving, can you? So anyway, before I crash or get road rage, I'm nearly home, so I'll leave this one here. I will be back again next week, but enjoy the rest of your week. Have a fantastic weekend. Fingers crossed summer is going to stay for a little bit longer too. It's another nice blue sky day here, and I'll catch up with you all very, very soon.